Okay, so this is going to be a tier list of supports that I believe are viable for Marvel Future Fight during the 10th year anniversary. So just to kick things off, we're obviously going to put the seasonals away. They're not going to be placed in any particular order because, well, they're not accessible for us. Even if they were, like White Fox is outdated, Mysterio's fine, Yondu's alien. Like they're really niche supports. So it's like preference wise, and on top of that, you for like the female ones, you actually have to waste like real life money, like $30 for a support uniform. Crazy because I have all of them except for Abomination and Coulson. But they're not females. All right. Anyways, yeah, so I guess let's get through this. I guess we'll, go swinging hard first. So Enchantress for sure you'll want to get. I think she's a great free-to-play option for villain support, 40% boss damage. And on top of that, she's not a seasonal, and you don't really have to waste so many crystals during any for a decent and viable support for villains. And she, mind damage, so you can pair up with Jean or another villain that does, mind damage. I'll say Colossus is a sure if you're very PvP focused. I see him being run, with like Agent Venom, him and Null, which I guess you can run with that. Wasp is also very like sure of PvP. Molecule Man, I don't really see him. He's alright, I guess. Valkyrie, I'll say sure. Her uniform's about 3 years old, so maybe they do something for her. Avengers film's coming out, so maybe she gets something out of it. She-Hulk, sure. I mean, the lead is the only thing that makes her viable. And Baku, probably be towards the end. Polaris, I love Polaris because she's not necessarily a good free-to-play character since she is a premium character, but she is a viable mutant character support that you don't need a uniform for. You could just upgrade her to tier 3 and she's done. Viable. Tier 2 at most. Goblin, uniform might be like 2 years old, 3 years old, I think. He's still viable for villains. Is a great lead for ABX stays in ABL. Taskmaster might get replaced. I do have a feeling he might get replaced. So, because the Thunderbolts film's coming out, and I genuinely, we'll see how the uniform is. We'll see how much of the leniency they do. Proxima, I guess is another sure. I don't know what you might use her for. Same with Nick Fury, sure. Cyclops for villain support on ABX ABL days, and Cyclops just in general is a sure. Like you buy him, yeah. Energy attack, for everyone. He's like a support and leader for everyone. Dazzler, premium character, but she's super viable for mutants, so she is pretty niche. So I think like 65% boss damage. Might quote, I'm probably wrong, but yeah, that's what she's known for. She has an arty, and you probably still have an insight, so she's a good viable option. Beta Ray Bill, I would probably put him in front of Enchantress, because in and of himself, he's a really solid character. 60% fire damage as a lead character. And on top of that, tier 4 and transcended level 80. He is really, he packs a punch. I have him with a CTP of energy, and he is really solid for me. And I don't really have a good build on him, but he still smacks for me in World Boss Legend. And I did a couple of runs with him in GBR, and it was pretty fine. Shuri. Yeah, I'll say Shuri, yeah. Yeah, she's still viable. Leader, I mean, sure. Premium character again. The difference between Leader and Shuri is that Shuri's a free-to-play, character. So Shuri's like also highly viable. Leader, if you missed during the Brave New World timeline, you know event they had, I guess. Another premium character, viable. Sif is also extremely viable, so a good free-to-play boss damage type alternative for all allies. Ronin will probably go behind her because good support for universal allies. Pair him up with the Thor. Beta Ray Bill too, really good. Angela's like pretty niche, so like sure. Hela's pretty good. Tier 4, I see her as a hybrid. I have her as a destruction. Some people have her with an authority, like a mighty authority. But she could do World Boss Legend. She could do ABX, ABL maybe. But I do see her in Otherworld Battle and Timeline Battle, so she's a good hybrid. But her skills really take a while to use and to get the rotation down. Mystique's also another like sure character. Like villain ABX days, sure. But she's no longer that meta because you have Gwenpool. Like I think there's someone else. Strife is like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, Strife is such a what are we doing character. Like, you need Epic Quest. And on top of that, he's a PvP toon. So I don't know. I don't know how valuable it is. But this is what I ranked right now. So they're not ranked in any particular order. So I'll probably have to do that. Or not. I mean, sure. Premium in terms of importance. Sure. So yeah, I guess this top row is fine. If I would really recommend someone to get, probably Enchantress for villains. Shuri, Sif, Ronin. And if you do waste money for a selector of a premium character, I would either tell you to go like for sure Dazzler and Polaris, like guaranteed. Yeah. All right, cool. That's it.